Okay. So BioWell, when we see the result, now has this tab lifestyle. Everything is coming. The raw information is your finger scan that is given. All 10 fingers, we start with right hand, all 5 fingers, then go to left, all 5 fingers. And then we get all other information, whatever we get. So that is kind of what you see. So what you see here is same information divided into physical activity, environment, regime of the day, nutrition, your psych, and the hormonal activity. And then one can see that, yes, is it going up, going down? And this is how I've been using BioWell in my practice. So if I go 4 years back, 3 years, whatever, you can see the transition, you can see the trend, and that's what is most important. Now, when we do this and you go through and you say, so again, I'll go back to my old readings because I keep taking. So if I go back last year, I go back up to June or May time frame, right? I can go all the way back. But one thing you will see, if any of these parameters are below threshold, it turns red, which you see now. Environment is 76, and it is turned into red, whereas others are either neutral or ideal zone. And like you see here, psych, which is also a reflection of your meditation on that particular day. So again, it is mid 80s, high 80s, and this is, I'm referring again last year, June. If I go to July, you see again environment 75, meditation 91. So anything above 85 is really good. And all other areas see no concern. And also here is when you look at the energy diagram, it's pretty much circular, which is the ideal. And then still, when you see this number is always July, it's again 71, though meditation stays more than 85, and consistently bouncing here and there, right? It sometimes touches 80s or what goes back to this 76 or right 70s, though the meditation is in high 80s or 90s. There is another thing which this does very well is, when we go back to the energy diagram, and if I look at, I overlap because there are two tabs, area and energy, basically the physical and the energy part of any organ. And then these lines, you see the gaps all around, or somewhere they are joining, means no gap, or somewhere, in fact, it is negative, where you may see this pink color shade. So you will see green, yellow, or pink. Now, what happens here is, as you can see, these color indicate, of course, the reserve energy or how soon can a person bounce back, that kind of information. So when we get here 72, we are kind of getting into a situation where I was getting this gap, which is no gap or negative gap. And that was the only thing I was puzzled by, that when all the readings, everything is good, the meditation is working from when I started, I think 68, 70 range, it is high 80s, 90s. What is it that is kind of not working? Or why do we have this thing, right? Uh, so again, keep going back this year, you see everything else in 90s, but the environment stays 70, going back all the way, if I see month or month. So basically what it means is the trend, right? No issue with meditation, right? It goes whatever up and down, stays 90, 94, which is extremely good, right? And environment, as you see here, it keeps bouncing low 70s, high at best touching 80s, or just getting over 80s. So when we look at environment, of course, the reading here is either less than 78. Uh, if it is more than 78, less than 91, then it's a normal range, and more than 91 is ideal. So that's what you see all around. However, here it's primarily low. Now, when we are looking into environment, the key factor comes as your workplace, your relations, your family, your all other things, including the environment, right? The EMFs, they are constant around us, whether it is Wi-Fi, whether it is all other kind of signals, your cell phones and whatnot, but primarily getting into the workplace, your day-to-day, whether you're driving to work, whether you are at home, things like those. Everything of that nature comes under environment. So the key finding this week was that, okay, why the question was again, when I go to energy diagram, when it is showing why these gaps in certain sectors in every scan are coming with no gap. Ideally, there should be a gap which reflects uh, your physical, emotional, or mental, psychosomatic, all those health related information. So the key thing here is that when your energy diagram is circular, means there is no spike, right? Because if I remove this, it is pretty much circular. It is not having any spike. Then it is a reflection. And also, right, when we look at the chakras, they are all within the first bound, 88%, 90%, 96%, those kind of things. So that is a reflection of, like, anything in 90s is extremely good because maximum you go to 96, 98. So it keeps bouncing here and there. But when you're always so close to ideal range, that means first, your meditation is working, right? You see environment dropping 60, 70. So long story short, it comes as don't spend time on finding out the negative gap. What you may do when your energy diagram is not circular. When there are spikes going around all around, then yes, you do. But when you uh, when you do not have those spikes, if you have a circular energy diagram, there is no spike, then you don't look from that perspective, then that is not the reason. The reason here is actually the reverse. If your chakras are aligned, if your energies are in this representation in a circular without spike, means actually your meditation is working because there is no medication, there is no supplement which is impacting this. And the reason meditation is working is it is a reflection that your reaction to the world is dropping. That means you are not interfering in others' business. You are not reacting to your day-to-day inputs you get from your environment. What are the inputs? In Canada, we always say, Ontario, driving on 401, which is a major highway in our major headache when you go to work. The environment itself doesn't matter, extreme cold condition this whole year, and we keep talking about it, but you are not taking it to heart. You are not taking it to your emotions, right? You go to work, always there are ups and downs, there are chaoticness, there are liking, disliking, all kinds of normal at any workplace. You are not reacting to that. It comes to family, there is always difference of opinion, whether family means within your close nucleus family or extended family or friends and family, and all that. You are not reacting to all that. And when you do not react, you stay calm within. Now the question comes, how do you measure you are calm within? Is this actually, because this environment takes care of all those factors. And that is why the reason those two lines are overlapping is you have come to a point where you spend your energy wisely. And when you spend your energy wisely, means I'm not wasting. It's just like money, right? You have some incoming and then you have outgoing. You have income, you have expenses. And if you are careful about your expenses, then obviously the money grows, or your wealth, your assets grow, because you are managing the outflow. Whatever is your incoming, your outflow is according to that. But if you are disrespecting, and suppose my outflow is not in relations to my incoming, then obviously depends on what you get. In all probability, you will be losing more than gaining. Hence, you will be depleting energy. In this case, you are increasing or maintaining your energy because you are spending wisely. So in theory, we keep saying meditation helps you in becoming calm, in becoming a better person. We keep saying, don't interfere, forgiveness, right? And feeling of oneness, gratitude, all those kinds of, the terminologies or the key factors that we keep talking in meditation uh, comes through these analysis beautifully. So something that was kind of a question for my research for months and months, I can say about a year, that, I was trying to figure out the reason for this, the negative gap or no gap or this, and I couldn't figure it out. And finally, this week, I have an answer. So that's really great validation of this meditation process. Validation of, when we say detach, don't interfere. It seems like a word. It seems like the right thing to do. It seems like someone is preaching. It seems like someone has taken a textbook and read it through, and everybody says, do this, do this. So yeah, it must be the right thing. And I'm also trying to do that. But we don't know how it's going to impact, what will happen, when it will happen or not happen. All those things sometime comes to our mind, and so beautifully it also comes in the energy form. So that was really a eureka moment yesterday. So this is beautiful in terms of a validation, a scientific proof, that it tells clearly that yes, your practice will make you a calmer person. So anybody who doubts, why should I meditate, especially the youth, and that's where I really like working with them and all. Because imagine if you maintain, your energy, you will not have any kind of issues. In youth or adults, we have so common, anxiety, depression, or bare minimum, I'm not happy. Nothing wrong, but I'm not happy. Why? Your energy balance is negative, or you're finding a reason to be happy externally rather than internally. So all those things, how this, instrument, or how this can interpret or give us, is something which is a good validation of meditation. So if someone says, I don't need proof, I don't need science, it works, that's enough for me, then yes, right? I can validate, I can vouch for it that yes, it works. It gives you that. So if you have trust and belief in the process of meditation, it's a given that you will get to that point. But it's not just sitting in meditation, it's also important that we work on the key. That's why if you recall the one what I have, a pyramid of meditation, then it's going to be all around you, right? It's not just that, okay, forgiveness is just a column for no reason. There is a reason, right? And that's where your non-interference and all those things, gratitude comes into play. So this is what I just wanted to share with you all today. Certainly, if anybody has any question or comment, feel free to unmute yourself and you can ask or you can share.
Yeah, Gaurav, on that day, we didn't get a time, means when we did that
Hmm.
and what you discussed, right? So maybe, I don't know, maybe not here, but like to understand, one, that's absolutely the hard part was different, I had something in like for the few days. I don't know, maybe it is just that incident which can change the blip, or it can be from some time.
So what happens here is uh, what you will say is you may have time to time some issue we all have, right?
Yeah.
In human form, no 2 days are same. That's why you saw I shared my reading, right? It's not like meditation, I'm always 93, 96, right? Some days you may be traveling, some days you are just lazy. That's okay. What matters is where you maintain on a regular basis. So if I say my range is 82 to 90, fine, I know my range. Average is 85, good. If I want to move my average, I know what to do. If I want to maintain, I know what to do. So when I'm on a lower end of the spectrum, I should not worry because nothing goes in a straight line. There will be ups and downs, like a sinusoidal curve or like life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the most important thing. Never expect, every day and all that. Otherwise, it will cause you more disturbance and more kind of, emotional turbulence.
Yeah. No, I know that, since last week to now, things have changed.
Hmm.
You have an acceptance now. Somebody's not there, you can't do anything. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Right. Welcome.
Hi, Gauraji.
Yes, now.
Uh, actually, these energy levels really important for the day-to-day activities. Even though we do meditation, we can say I can say regularly, but the day-to-day activities influence a lot on the person's energy, right?
Hmm.
So, as you said, it's the balancing and the energies are important. Is it the average comes under different situations where how the energies are variation, and so how it works, the average energy when we see the bio wellness.
See, BioWell certainly is a device, and because I keep experimenting and I keep taking my scan. That's why you see every year I have tens or hundreds of scan.
Uh-huh.
But that is giving me a number, right? That this is a energy number. But suppose I don't have BioWell, I don't know, right? Then what? Which is the normal case, which is the most of the people, right? So this is only to kind of reaffirm, kind of give you a number. But if you trust that, yes, meditation gives me this,
Uh-huh.
it's a matter of time, I will have this benefit. So this is first thing. Now, like any other thing in life, say example, when we were young, we were in school, you may have 30 or 40 other students in the class. Somebody got 50 and somebody got 100, right? Average at the end of the years, right?
Yeah.
In the report card.
Mhm.
Same set of teachers, same set of environment, but somebody got 100, somebody got 50. It does not mean that the 101 is the extreme master and the 51 is like a villain or a bad person or a loser. None of that kind when it
Okay.
comes to energy.
Mhm.
All it means is, yes, academically it's a little different, energetically, we all get energy. But then where is the difference between 50 and 100? The only difference between a person at 100 and person at 50 is this, like the example of money, your income and your expense.
Mhm.
So energy, if two persons are meditating, they are receiving, say, 100 units.
Right.
One person did not expense any, so you are left with 100. One person expense 50. So you ended up with net 50 only because out of 100, you spent 50.
And yeah, okay.
So if we are mindful of where I am spending energy,
Mm-hmm.
my net result may be same, doesn't matter the 100 master or 50%. They both could be 100. Now the question comes, what do we mean by expense of
Mm-hmm.
energy? Expense of energy comes the moment I'm angry, the moment I'm interfering in someone's life, the
Right.
moment, I'm expecting, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this, I'm whining,
Right.
gossiping. So every gossip, you are letting go some money from your
Energies.
pocket. Money means
Uh,
energy money.
mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
watching the news, getting excited. Oh, this politician or that country or this community or whatever. I'm
Mm-hmm.
expensing the energy.
Okay.
That is in my hand. So
Right.
that's where wisdom comes into play. I was doing this 6 years ago because I was not aware. Today I am aware. I should not interfere. I should not do this, or forgiveness or gratitude. So now it is up to me to execute it. Now it is up to me to walk the talk. That means
Okay.
I
Mhm.
do what I preach, or I know something and I'm following it. Otherwise, I go back to 50. Doesn't matter how much I know. If I
Right.
don't implement, I go back to 50.
Yeah. So yeah, again, it's like awareness how we conserve our energy and protecting from different reactions and interference.
Correct.
Wow, that's a key point, Gauraji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Damodarji.
Thanks.
And this particular, you can say the feature of BioWell really opened up my eyes as well. That how do you prove? How do you do this? And then I realized the thing that I was looking as a problem is actually not a problem. It's a medal, like if you call it that way.
Right,
So, and it was a you can say matter of research because it's a new thing which has developed out of this question and out of this experiments.
right,
So the way it was looked before is different than what we look as it now.
right. Yeah, there is a lot of difference will be there when we are aware not to spend our energy. So
Exactly.
yeah, definitely we can achieve saving our energy. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And this
Thank you.
Guruji,
yes,
sorry, no, I will let you finish it. I just have a question related to this conversation that we just asked by Damuji. It also depends on the amount of energy that you receive as well, right? Whether you're having the quality of sleep when you receive the cosmic energy or your quality of your meditation, how often, how long you're doing all that also matters.
I agree, Smita ji. It's a good question that we said your equation is your income and expense.
Yeah.
whether it's dollars, whether it's rupees, whether it's energy, income of energy, expense of energy. So the first reaction in our mind comes, what if my income is less? Right? Agreed. Everybody will have slightly different income of energy. I do more meditation, someone may do little less. We both do the same time, 1 hour, 1 hour. However, I may do little better than the other person. Then even two-person doing for 1 hour may not have a same result. We don't know. So let's forget about the income part. Let's focus on expense. And the moment we switch our thinking from income to expense, this whole game changes. That's what my, you can say, summary or the whole, you can say, the new learning is this month.
Yeah. So the depletion of energy is something that you really work on, and the incoming doesn't matter whether it is whatever you have or you can improve it further. But the depletion is the main area where you are losing and not able to balance your energy levels. That's what you're saying, right? Underline statement.
Yes, and I will explain or go a little deeper. For example, I have income of 60. I have expense of 30. So my net is remaining is 30. If I want to improve this 30, I have two options. I take from 60 income to say 80, 60 to 80. And I say I increased my net. Other option is I have incoming 60 and I reduce my expense to 0. My net is 60 now.
Yeah.
So you may do both, which is the ideal. Increase your income, decrease your expense.
Yeah.
So if I don't do any meditation, no pranayam, no yoga, I start doing something. Or if I was doing it, I do with more awareness. So my income is going up. I'm getting more cosmic energy, but I don't know how much I'm getting or what. These are just theoretical number. Don't worry about it. You are doing it. That's enough.
Yeah.
Now,
don't go into analysis. Yes. Don't go into analysis of how much you're getting and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't think that if I'm doing 1 hour to increase my cosmic energy income, I have to do 10 hours a day. Do not. I may be saying against many masters, but that is my experimental result or experimental analysis. Don't think just by going 10 hours, I will come out of the woods. Whatever you are working against, right? Whatever is your intention or the aim or goal. From 1 to 10 hour, yes, you may increase, not increase. There are lots of ifs and buts. Sometime more doesn't mean better. Sometime less is more. So keep working. If you are not doing, do better. All that is good, but don't go over extreme in increasing the number of hours. Rather, focus on your expense.
Yeah.
That will give you much better result than only focusing. Because suppose I'm already stressed. I gain 60 and I spend 30 or 40 or 50. If I increase my hours 1 to 5 in a day, I take from 60 to 90 argument's sake. I was already frustrated. Now I am spending 5 hours in meditation. I'm more frustrated because I cannot do so many things in life.
Yeah.
So my expense is also increasing. So my net will not increase.
Yeah.
However, if I don't worry too much about the income side, I only worry about the expense, I become calmer. I let, like what we say, don't interfere, don't judge, forgive people and yourself. By doing all those things, your expense you can cut down drastically. Don't react. It won't come in one day. Never. Don't even expect. I will not sugarcoat it. It may take long time. It may take 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, who knows? But it will come. This I can guarantee. Because this is what these test results have proven.